Hi everyone! A few of us as friends have been listening to the life of Dr. Ida Scudder frequently through our parents, and we screened a play of her life a few months ago. So we would like to share with you the lessons we have learned of Dr. Ida Scudder and the impact of CMC on the lives of so many people. I am personally privileged to be connected to this great woman God used as an arrow to bless so many people. My paternal grandfather studied and worked at CMC till he retired a few years ago. My maternal great grandfather worked with Dr. Paul Brand at CMC. So we all have been privileged to be connected to this great institution of hope and life, and we consider it to be an honor to share these lessons with you. So sit back and enjoy as we share them with you.
Mommy, but we're Americans. Why do you have to go to India? It's such a dirty country. The cows, the mosquitoes, the trash all over. Let's just live here, Mommy, like any normal family. Please?
Ida, I want you to be obedient to Uncle Henry and Auntie, and we will soon all be together. We take this journey to India from Chicago.
Mommy, don't go. Please, don't leave me.
This is what Ida would have gone through as a little girl when her parents, Dr. John Scudder Jr. and Mrs. Sophia Scudder, left her in US to return to India as missionaries. Their devotion to Christ and a people not their own made them make these sacrifices. I'm amazed that God took all these sacrifices to extend His kingdom, bring healing to the sick and bring hope to so many lives. I love to listen to more stories of Ida Scudder and of CMC. This is Annie Priscilla and this is my sister Anna Priscilla.
Hey guys! At first, I would like to thank CMC on celebrating the 150th birth anniversary of Dr. Ida Scudder. It is such a blessing to see how the foundation is still growing and serving patients from all over the world. Today, I would like to share a part of Dr. Ida's story which truly made an impact on my life. It all started from when Dr. Ida was a little girl with big dreams. Little Ida did not know what God had in mind for her or what a change it would make to millions. Actually, it was not just Ida's parents who were missionaries, but her grandparents too, Dr. and Mrs. John Scudder Sr. He was a leading doctor in New York, making a lot of money. One day at church, he received a pamphlet. In the pamphlet, it was approximately about 6 lakh children that were dying in the eastern part of the world. He wondered, why doesn't anyone do anything about it? And in a flash of a moment, he heard a voice saying in his heart, why don't I do something about it? This idea led to Dr. John Scudder serving the people of India along with his wife and 9 children. This is very personal to me, as I also grew up in a home where my parents and grandparents are still serving the Lord. I am going to learn from the life of Dr. Ida Scudder that the call of God is still personal. Her life story has influenced a lot of my previous thoughts about serving the Lord. I want to thank God for this opportunity to be able to explore and examine Dr. Ida's story. It was not because of what her parents and grandparents did. It was God's call on Ida and her obedience that made the difference.
When Ida was a teen, her friends asked her what she wanted to become when she grew older. Her answer was she wanted to play tennis, drive fast cars, enjoy her life. And eventually, she wanted to marry a rich guy, live a very adventurous life, unstoppable. Her friends stopped her, saying that like her parents and grandparents, she too would go to India and become missionaries. That thought haunted her. She ran so far away from service, pursuing her life of wonder and excitement. I wonder how things turned around so much for Ida. Even I have big dreams and I love exploring the world. Every time I think of Ida's story, I commit all my plans into God's hands.
When I listen to the life of Dr. Ida Scudder, I think of the night that 3 helpless men came seeking her help. And when she said, "No, I may not help you, but my father could," and they refused even in the most desperate of times, she felt both frustrated and helpless as the 3 helpless men left. This made her open her eyes and step up above culture and religious patterns and step in as a source of help and support to the people of India. The life of Dr. Ida Scudder has helped and inspired many lives around the globe and especially in India.
I think of the night Ida was sleepless after her encounter with the 3 helpless men. She might have wondered how the people in India were so naive. She might have understood why her parents and grandparents could see a bigger picture than what she saw, and how her life as a lady doctor could save so many lives. She actually would have faced the reality of the need, and she was alone with God asking her what she wanted to do with her life, and that her life could make a difference. If I am faced with this situation, I don't know how I would react. But I definitely glean from Ida Scudder's life. Her life has made an impression in my life for sure.
Hello everybody, I am Nisha, I'm from Steps Home. I'm here to say a few words on the special day, the 150th birthday of CMC founder Dr. Ida Scudder. Like many institutions that begin so well and finish their life cycles, I'm amazed to see how CMC is moving forward with each passing year. It is surely the hand of God upon CMC. I was first introduced to CMC 5 years ago when my sisters and I sang at CMC Velo, when my parents were graciously given the opportunity to host a concert called Save Her. We all fell in love with the campus and all the people within. I have always dreamt of becoming a doctor, and someday I wish to be a part of this rich legacy that she left. Thank you.
I like the way Dr. Ida Scudder was so focused on what she wanted to do after the night of the incident. Once she committed herself to becoming a doctor, she went back to the US to do her medical studies and she returned to India. She was single-minded, and when she returned to India, her hope and confidence to accomplish much was on her earthly father, Dr. John Scudder Jr. However, Ida's father died within 6 months of her arrival. She still plowed the field, tried different methods to help the people. She could trust God and live. This amazes me.
Hello, I'd just like to share a quick testimony of how Ida Scudder's life has impacted my own life. So when I was a youngish child, about 8 or 9 years old, I received a book about the life of Ida Scudder from one of my relatives when we were visiting in India. And so we were coming back from India and our plane was delayed by like 3-4 hours in the airport. So I took the book out and I decided I would just read it then and there. So I read the whole book that day and I felt so inspired by that book that I just decided that this is what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to be exactly like Ida Scudder. And you know, I was so impressed and like inspired by how God was able to use her, even when she didn't want to be a missionary in the first place. She didn't want to be a doctor, and yet somehow God was able to use that for his own good. And so yeah, I was just really inspired by that. And so now, even to this day, I still have aspirations to become a doctor, God willing, and so that I can go and serve other people and serve God. So yeah.
From a single wedding clinic, Ida worked her way to establishing a hospital called CMC, Christian Medical College. Ida understood the need to train and equip the local Indians to become nurses and doctors with the right spirit to treat patients. God blessed all her efforts, and Ida was such a pioneer to establish a Christian hospital looking after the needs of women especially.
Hi, my name is Javina.
On the 150th birth anniversary of Dr. Ida Scudder, I would like to share some thoughts and inspirations from her life. Being a young girl, she would have had dreams to pursue, but she left her comfort zone and served the poorest of the poor in India. Her desire was not to build a hospital, but to build the kingdom of God. From a single-bedded hospital in 1900 till this day, CMC has been a beacon of light, kindling darkened lives.
Hi, my name is Jehan Chrisley. I had a privilege to be born in CMC. I heard many stories of Dr. Ida Scudder, who helped many women in childbirth. Till now, CMC has been a big blessing to many people.
Hi, I'm Ryan Victor. I'm thankful to God for Dr. Ida Scudder's life. My grandfather had a kidney failure. He went to CMC Vellore Hospital to have his kidney surgery. My grandmother donated a kidney to my grandfather. By the grace of God, my grandfather is well now. I'm thankful for CMC Vellore Hospital.
Hi, I am Rowan Victor. I am thankful to God for the life of Dr. Ida Scudder. My great-grandmother studied directly under Dr. Ida Scudder. My great-grandparents were doctors in the small town called Nazir in the southern of Tamil Nadu. They were a blessing to many people.
CMC Hospital is such a big and beautiful hospital. Many people come and wait in line to see the doctor. Even my grandfather used to work and study there in CMC. Even my father studied in Ida Scudder's school.
Today, CMC is one of the finest hospitals that caters to so many from around the country. The sick, the poor and the needy come to get the best treatment at reasonable costs. The doctor, the nurses and the staff have such a heart of service which is priceless. We see the fingerprints of God in this beautiful legacy. We as little children are learning and gleaning from all that we see and hear. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to share our life lessons that we learned from Dr. Ida Scudder and CMC. This is Stati Rajratnam signing off.
Only one life.
Only one life.
Only one life.
Only one life. Only one life. Only one life. It will soon be past.
Only what is done for Christ.
Only what is done for Christ.
Only what is done for Christ
Only what is done for Christ
Will last.
will last.
will last.